Hello everyone, my name is Ajay Poddar. I'm part of Informatica GCS team. As a part of today's presentation, we are going to see how to create and run mapping in SQL ELT using Databricks. As a part of today's presentation, the agenda will be SQL ELT overview, target and supported source for SQL ELT mapping, how to create and run mapping in SQL ELT using Databricks, and the demo. So let's try to understand on SQL ELT. So SQL ELT, which stands for extract, load, transform, which uses cloud native SQL to move and transform data efficiently within the same ecosystem. You can use the SQL ELT when your source and target are in the same cloud environment, and this approach process all mapping logic within the cloud and avoid unnecessary data movement. SQL ELT optimize data integration by leveraging cloud infrastructure, resulting in faster and more efficient processing. Target and source supported for SQL ELT mapping. This table highlight the list of target and supported source. So currently we are discussing Databricks, and for this target will be Databricks, and source can be Databricks, Amazon S3 or ADLS Gen 2 based on the Databricks vendor. Now let's see on demo how we can create and implement the Databricks SQL ELT mapping. So for this, first we have to log into our Informatica IDMC console, select data integration and create a new mapping. Click on mappings, create. So it will preview the two options, that is mapping and mapping SQL ELT. So for creating SQL ELT, click here and click on continue. So once you click on continue, it will ask for the cloud platform which you are having. So currently we are checking for Databricks. So let's select the Databricks and select. So before creating the any mapping, it will ask for the target connection where you will be loading the data. So here I am selecting Databricks as my target. So this is the mapping UI once you select the target. So target will be selected in the initial phase only. Object you need to select it later. So based on the target, you will see the all the supported source which is already created in your IDMC. So source connection based on target, it will depend. So for me it will list the whatever, like for me it's listing S3 and rest of the details as you can see. Now let's create a demo mapping. So I have already created a simple mapping where you can see the target is um, Databricks SQL warehouse, where I have selected my target object, and based on the target, so I have selected the um, source object, which is SQL ELT source. So in between I'm using some expression and filter transformation. So in expression I'm using expression like LTrim and RTrim, and using some simple filter condition, that is name equal to infa. So so for target connection, so you will not be directly able to change the target connection from the target object. For this you need to go to the mapping property panel for changing the target connection. Now again, when you are changing the target connection, the source may differ. So for this, click on mapping canvas and scroll down, and here you will see the target connection. From here you can change the your target connection. So now this is the simple mapping which have some expression and filter condition. Let's try to do SQL ELT preview. So for this you need to click on this icon, SQL ELT query. Once you click this, it will give the once you click this, it will give you the option generate SQL query. Click on generate SQL query. Yes. So once you click here, it will give you the SQL query based on the mapping logic which you have defined here. So when this SQL ELT query is running, you can check this status from the my job. As you can see, it's in the starting stage, and also you can monitor from here. So you can see the query has already generated. Let's try to expand and see. So this is SQL ELT query, which is generated and will be processed by a native environment like Databricks. Here you can see the expression which I have added on the expression transformation and the filter condition. So this whole query will be processed by your cloud native environment like Databricks. Now let's try to run this mapping. So for running this mapping, you need to first create the mapping task. Click on these three dots, new mapping task. So here you need to select a runtime environment and the mapping. So I have the mapping task which I have already created. I have assigned the mapping task name, selected runtime environment, and this is the mapping. You can see the mapping image having the expression and filter. Let's click on next and click on run button. So once you run this, you can monitor this job status from my job empty Databricks. So this is the mapping which is already succeeded, and here you can see one row is already proceeded. So you can see the SQL query which is pushed to Databricks environment at the time of execution from the session log. So for this, download the session log and open the session log. So you will see this entries Databricks PDO query. Here you can see the highlighted yellow line which is the insert query which was pushed to Databricks and moved within the Databricks environment from one table to another table with the transformation logic which you have defined in the mapping. So for more information on SQL ELT mapping, you can refer this documentation. We will love to hear from you. You can send us a mail to supportvideos@informatica.com or tweet us on https twitter.com/infasupport. Thank you.